And I had a wonderful childhood. The family was 4 children, we were 4 children, parents, and comfortable middle class. Lovely apartment, went to the best private schools. We had a nice life. And then the war started.
Of course.
You had to leave everything and just go with a small suitcase and leave everything behind, your whole household, whatever you had.
Op 27 Januarie 2015 is dit 70 jaar nadat die eerste mense uit die Nazi-doodskampe bevry is. Henja Breyer, 'n Pool, is 89 jaar oud, woon in Kaapstad en sy is 'n ooggetuie en oorlewende van 'n momentele tyd in die geskiedenis. Die min mense wat nog geleef het na die Joodse volksmoord, die sistematiese en beplande massamoord gedryf deur Adolf Hitler en die Nazis, word elke jaar vereer op Yom HaShoah, wanneer die lewendes weer loop. Die Nazi-doodsmars is vir haar een van die mees gruwelikste herinneringe tydens die Nazi-besetting en vandag 70 jaar later sukkel sy steeds om daaroor te praat.
So we walked from Auschwitz to Breslau. 3 days. I cannot describe this even today after 70 years. It's indescribable. The Russians were on the gates. And a few days before the Russians came to liberate Auschwitz, they sent us, all the people that could still stand on their feet, young people, and those that had a bit of strength in them, they sent on this death march. The distance between Auschwitz and Breslau was 224 kilometers. And we walked non-stop, only rested when the guards changed with the dogs. When we were walking, the first were the men and the women walked afterwards. So the road, it was snow everywhere. It was January. The snow was red. From the blood of the people, they were lying on both sides of the road, and they were marching, the Nazis were marching with the huge Alsatian dogs on the side. If somebody stepped out of the column, shot. They were determined to kill everybody before they lost the war.
Maar hoewel Henja dit nie altyd maklik vind om oor die verlede te praat nie, is daar een ding wat sy nie wil vergeet nie, want niemand moet hierdie stuk van geskiedenis vergeet nie.
And then we arrived in Auschwitz. So the routine was, first you get a tattoo on your arm. Here it is. It's a little bit wrinkled now. There was a doctor here, Dr. Penn. He was a plastic surgeon. And he begged me. He said he's going to remove it and I don't need it. I said to them, because when I am an old lady, people won't believe that this happened.
Yes.
People will not believe it. I could have removed it very easily. They cut it out. But I said, no, I want to keep it to show the people that it did happen. Doesn't mean anything. It was the number of prisoners that arrived that day or that month. Who knows? A comes is for Auschwitz.
Okay.
And the numbers are the thousands. So by the time I was 18 years old, I had 2 ghettos, labor camp, forced labor camp, 4 concentration camp and a death march. Really, if you ask me how I survived, I wouldn't have the answer. Somebody there loved me and helped me. Somebody up there.